Hey all, it is Glam Game Rebecca, and in today's video we are doing another Starcraft 2 campaign. I was initially supposed to be doing the dig, but after this little bit of an intro that you see, somehow or another the footage is gone, like it just stopped recording after the screen loaded, and I don't know where it went. So we're ending up doing Dead Man's Port, which is called Cutthroat. So that's the episode that we are working on today. I have to go back and record number 9, which is Zill for the dig. So I may end up with a little bit of some stuff out of order. So I don't know what happened to the footage, but it is gone. So I'm going to roll my intro and then we'll get into some of the cutscenes.
I have pierced the veil of the future and beheld only oblivion. Yet one spark of hope remains. Understand. The answers you seek lie within. Study it well. The fate of creation hangs in the balance.
Nice to see you too. Heard of these Ehon crystals before. Supposedly they allow you to relive another person's memories. Whatever Zeratul uncovered, he was desperate for me to see it too. Well, here goes nothing.
Okay, so that cutscene was technically from after the dig. I'm not quite sure what happened. We ended up going to Dead Man's Port next. It's like all the footage of the actual campaign, the dig, is missing. I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can find it between this date, which was this new stuff said it was recorded on 3/29, but the other stuff looks like it was also recorded on 3/29, and I have to find it, the footage. I don't know where it went. I don't know if it just only recorded the beginning and the cutscene, because I usually stop recording at the very end and then I start recording again before I hit OK to play it again. So I don't know where the rest of the game footage went. I have to find it.
We're rocking some serious heavy metal now that we got siege tanks.
Yes, sir. The comforting thunder of the big guns. Well, comforting when they're on our side.
Yeah, these newer tanks have better guns when they're on the move. And reinforced armor.
So long as they still got the range in siege mode, the rest is just gravy. Between siege tanks and bunkers, we can hold the line against just about anything.
Lots of folks ready to fight. For the right price.
We still need to access the adjutant we retrieved from Tarsonis. Our old mercenary associate, Colonel Orlin, is an expert in Confederate code decryption. If our intel's right, he should still be based at the Merc Haven at Dead Man's Port. He's not very trustworthy, but he's our best bet of breaking that encryption. It's risky just waiting here with all these mercenaries around. Colonel Orlin's sure taking his time decrypting that adjutant for us.
Yeah, I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
Incoming transmission.
James, Orlan decrypted your adjutant, but he's planning to sell it to the Dominion. Must have been something exciting in there. He wants me to keep you off his back until they arrive.
That's nice, Mira. But why are you telling me all this?
Because I like you and Matthew better than him, of course. Match Orlan's offer, and I will help you take him out instead. He's paying in minerals, so I'll give you the same deal.
Done. Always a pleasure, Mira.
Don't take too long now. If Orlan comes up with the goods first, I will have to side with him. Oh, and say hello to Matthew for me. Ask him why he never calls.
It's gonna be hard to get minerals down there. We'll have to find salvage if we're gonna hire Mira before Orlan does. You think she'll help Orlan, sir?
She's a mercenary. She'll help whoever pays the most.
So looking at the footage that I have also from the same date, I've got like 4 minutes here, 10 minutes there, like 2 minutes, and then 1 minute. I'm like, where the heck did the rest of my footage go? So anyways, so we're jumping to Cutthroat for this edit. And then I will have to go back and do the edit for Zill. I may even have to go re-record it because it does not look like I have enough footage for the entire campaign, because that one takes a minute because it's kind of lengthy. It's where like the Protoss and stuff like attack and that kind of stuff. So anyways, so yeah, we're gonna be jumping into this one. This one's kind of pain in the butt too. I do have to let you know on this map, starting off, try not to spend crystals. Try and hunt in packs so you have like a group of troops and stuff that you can...
All right, boys. We got a deal with Mira Han. Now let's get to work and get that adjutant back.
Send off to go do stuff at one time so that you don't have as much...
Pirates have been stripping down ships here for years. It should be pretty easy to collect enough scrap to pay Mira off.
Like people away from your base, have like 2 or 3 people run in a group and send them around to go do stuff, because this map you're going to do a whole lot of hunting and catching and finding and that kind of stuff. So try to be very resourceful with what you're spending money on. Do not upgrade anything. Don't spend any money on upgrades. You just want to pump out Marines and spider bikes and basically mercenaries.
Those shredders are constantly producing scrap we can salvage. We should check this area again later.
If you absolutely have to. There are several Protoss.
Incoming transmission.
I left a little present out here for you and Matthew. I never got to give it to him last time you boys were here.
Damn, Jimmy. Are those vulture bikes? Want a piece of me, boy?
Good eye, Tychus. We can use them to lay mines around our base to hold off Orlan.
By the numbers, boy.
Bonus objective things that you can get on this map, so try and get those before you even finish the first section, because it makes it harder to find them if you try and find them afterwards. So there are those 3 yellow markers. Those are other bases on the map that you can use to also have crystal there that you can collect, and then you'll run around and pick up salvage throughout the location. Just try and keep an eye on your main base, which is where you're at the bottom. Or technically it's on the right hand side. Anyways, so you want to make sure that you always keep stuff at either entrance there so that you can keep track of who, what, where, why, and what's running around in your base. Because like I said, that you need to protect first before anything else. And then I have a lot of this sped up. Most of this footage was over 40 minutes long, and I sped up quite a bit of it. So I'm trying to make these videos a little bit less lengthy to watch, so that it's easier for people to follow. I am not splitting them up into chapters or whatever from like this checkpoint or that checkpoint, because I do things a little bit differently. So keep that in mind as well. What I do may not work for other people, but it works for me. And if you have a different play style than me, then that's fine. All of these games are on normal mode, or like in some of the other games that I've played, it was like story mode, just so you guys could get an understanding of how to play the maps, how to get around on it, what to do best. Basically build as little as possible, only build the troops that you need to go collect salvage, because you need 6,000 crystals, and the more shit you spend crystal on, the more money you're taking away from yourself. Oh, and this other asshat on the map with you, those other 3 bases, you want to take those out as soon as possible, because those are his bases. So the more you can take away from him, the better it is overall. So when you get close to having about 6,000 crystals, what you want to do is move all of your troops up towards the top. Leave a few at your main base so that they can protect it, because of course that's where you're building from. But also you want to be able to head on up to that top left-hand corner. That way your troops are ready for the next phase of this, because this is a 2-phase scenario. So be prepared to bring troops all the way up at the top.
All right, Mira. We both know you're ripping me off, but I'm gonna hire you anyway.
My forces are yours, Jim. I'm so glad I got to side with you and Matthew.
Oh, you scheming little... I'll show you what happens to double-dealing backstabbers! I'm in deep!
So once you've defeated, of course, asshat number 1, and you have bought Mira off, you'll get access to her base, where she's got a lot more building capabilities and stuff like that. So I think all of her stuff is upgraded. I'm not quite sure. Also, if you still collect salvage at this point, it will help with the not enough crystals, not enough crystals, not enough crystals. So you can always continue to harvest those on your way up. I want you to bring everybody up to the top left-hand corner. That way you can make sure that you have access to his base up there. He's going to drop a nuke on one of the bases. So when you first go up the ramp, there's going to be a nuke that he drops. As soon as you see that red pattern on the floor, get the hell out of Dodge, because you don't want your guys up there when that happens. So I'm positioning all of my people to one side or the other of that ramp, so that I can send some people up, run them up there, get the nuke coming, and then get them back off of it. That way you don't lose a whole lot of troops, and anybody that's up there is going to run down after you anyways. And as long as you've got people stationed on either side of the ramp, then that way you'll be able to come at him a little bit easier and attack him a little bit more evenly, so that way you won't have to worry about retaliation. Or sometimes if you only cover one side versus the other, people are going to run down the ramp and then run down past all your guys and then to your base at the bottom. So you also don't want that, because your command center down there also needs to be safe. So keep at least 1 or 2 people stationed down there.
I got a little present headed your way.
And as I stated a minute ago, there's that nice little red symbol on the ground. You're going to want to wait for that to go away, and then send all your guys bum rushing up there into that smaller base. Take all that stuff out first, and then you head up to the very top in the middle, where you'll take out his last base, and then bada bing, bada boom, you got it. Then you won the map. This is actually a pretty easy map, as long as you keep those spider bikes together with a couple of other troops to follow with, that can move around the map and pick up salvage. You'll want to do a couple of spider bikes and maybe a SCV to like run around with them. That way that, if they get attacked or something, that they can be healed up. And you'll want a couple of Marines and a medic. So I'd say do a 3-to-1 ratio for each set. That way you can go pick up salvage a lot faster and win this map a little faster than I did. So hopefully you enjoyed this so far.
All right, I surrender. Just take your damn adjutant already.
I ought to do the universe a favor and put you down, Orlin. It's too bad I might need to hire you someday. Mira, do me a favor. Keep him on ice.
You got it, Raynor. I will keep the snake safe and sound for you. I will even do it for free.
And that is it for this episode. This was Cutthroat. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I did take some time off from editing because of the fact that I've literally had a migraine for over 3 weeks. It has been over 17 days since my migraine started. So I started filming. I filmed this in March, but I started editing this like in the beginning of April, trying to get this done so that I could get this up for you guys. And I've literally had a migraine since like the second week of April. So here it is, May 2nd, and it's my brother's birthday. And I am finally finishing the voiceover for this. So there's going to be a cutscene after this, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. This is another episode down. This is easy. Well, it's normal mode. It's not easy. But anyways, hopefully you guys are enjoying these. Leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I'm going to finish this out with just the cutscene. So see you in the next one.
Sir, the decrypted adjutant is back in the lab and ready to go.
Well, old girl, we dug you up on Tarsonis. Were you online during the Zerg attack? Do you remember anything about Arcturus Menks being involved?
Menks, Arcturus, ex-Confederate officer, civilian prospector, founder and leader of the Sons of Korhal terrorist group. Status, criminal. Accessing intercepted transmission 0081 to 0086 Alpha.
This is Duke. The emitters are secured and online.
Who authorized the use of psi emitters?
I did, Lieutenant.
What? The Confederates on Antigua were bad enough, but now you're gonna use the Zerg against an entire planet? This is insane!
She's right, man. Think this through.
I have thought it through. Believe me. You all have your orders. Carry them out. I will not be stopped. Not by you, or the Confederates, or the Protoss, or anyone. I will rule this sector, or see it burnt to ashes around me.
Holy... I can't believe it. We can nail Menks to the wall with this.